Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun.
What is up? It is February 4th, 2024. We got another show of Stealing Home for you guys. My name's Anthony, as always. My sister Lisa here with me as well. We got a great show for you guys. We got some news about the Orioles, new owner, and got a new ace on their team as well. Some broadcasting news update for MLB fans out there trying to watch their team on TV, and some remaining free agents too. So if you like the show, go ahead and subscribe. Like us on Spotify, do all that jargon.
Yeah.
But
okay,
whatever you got to do to make sure when we see our episodes out, you get to see them too. Go ahead and do that. So, Lisa, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am extremely hot right now. This garage that we're in is smoking. I might take this.
What's crazy?
I might take this off.
Here's what's wild. It's been very cold the last few times, so I specifically wore a sweater, and now I'm hot. Now I'm baking.
That was the same with me.
Okay, yeah.
And I might have to rip this off at one point in the show.
Right,
so if it starts getting too hot, I might have to start stripping.
Yeah, if one of us passes out, then call. You'll only be 2 days late. Hopefully someone will find us.
So you know who's also hot right now in a good way, heating up the fan base.
The Orioles.
Yes, good guess. Not we just saw it here. So did you hear anything new, what happened with the Orioles recently?
Yeah, they changed ownership to a private equity firm, which is confusing.
Well, I think it's just
suspicious.
I don't know if it's. I said private equity earlier, but I don't know if it's a legit private equity or if it's just a bunch of millionaire or billionaires, a group of billionaires.
Isn't that what private equity is?
I don't know.
Okay, we're off to a good start.
I don't know.
We did a lot of research for this segment of the show.
To me, that's just an aura. Do you know what a private equity is?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it?
It's
it's a private equity that has a lot of people's money.
Well, equity being money,
and it's private.
And it's private,
yeah.
Versus public.
Okay,
versus being a public fund.
Either way, they got a new owner.
I think it means you don't always know who's in there.
Okay, that might make sense. But there's some millionaires and billionaires in that group.
Oh, for sure, yeah, obviously.
Cal Ripken being one of them.
Okay.
I think, is it Cal or Billy? I don't know. We don't do research for this show.
Apparently.
One of the Ripkens.
See, and this is when I have a segment I've been cooking on for this show. And it requires
about 3 years of
a
work.
lot of research. And you were making fun of me, and I'm I just want to get it right. And now here we are. We're which Ripken is it?
I don't claim to be all-knowing. I just give you the news as I know it.
Which is very minimal.
One of the
which
Ripkens.
Is barely at all.
It's like your uncle coming over and telling you what he heard on
Did you hear that?
That guy down the street told me.
Yeah, that what is it? Syria, that country in Europe. Yeah, it's
what? You're gonna get the news, and
not even close.
You don't know if the players are the right people, but
yeah.
So one of the Ripkens are included in the group, but they own 40% of the business right now of the team.
The private. Oh, okay, of the team.
Yeah, so the team sold off 40% of the team.
Okay.
The main
so not
owner.
a controlling stake.
No, but I think they have a say because once the owner, who I think's last name is D'Angelo, and his son runs the team now. Okay. Little D'Angelo runs the team.
Okay.
Big D'Angelo
owns the team.
Bought the team originally for $173 million.
Oh shit. Okay.
And now he sold it for $1.7 billion.
Right. Yeah.
Which is absurd. I heard Rob Manfred say that buying a baseball team isn't a good investment.
I can't see how it would be.
What? You buy a team for $173 million and then you turn it around 30 years later and sell it for $1.7 billion.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Okay, that's let's say you bought a house for $1.73 million and then you sell it for $1 billion, whatever you just said, all those numbers.
Yeah.
But that's not putting in and taking into account all the money that you put into the team, into the house, into everything that you did.
It's not taking into account how awesome it is to own a baseball team.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm just saying it's not that's the extent of you buying money.
Okay,
you still have to put money into it.
Fair point.
Right.
Fair point.
And I can't imagine with other news that we're going to talk about today that it's just a sure bet as far as your investment.
So either way, they sold 40% of the team now. When Big D'Angelo, as morbid as this sounds, when he passes away, they get the rest of it.
Oh.
Yeah. So they sold the team. It's done.
Is that legal?
I guess. Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. You ask me these things. I don't I don't even know what a private equity is. How am I supposed to know the law?
Okay. There used to be this thing. It was basically a lottery. It was a retirement plan, and everyone would put into it, and then the last person standing got all the money. But then the problem was it was called.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was
It's
called
like Hunger Games?
It was called like a Tétons or something. I'm gonna look it up. I'll let you know.
This sounds
But
like a.
basically it was outlawed because what would happen is if when you know that, hey, when you die I'm gonna get all this money,
Kill people.
I suddenly have an incentive to kill you,
No,
which I'm not
well,
saying a lot of people would.
I don't think.
But that was why I
I
asked
don't
if it
think
was
the-
even legal, because I'm like, that's crazy.
I don't think this private equity is going to murder
I don't
Big
think-
D'Angelo.
I'm not saying that.
But you never know.
I just
That would be unreal. I hope it doesn't
I thought
happen.
deals like that were illegal for that reason,
I don't know.
because that's wild.
But anyways, though, that happened like within the last week, and literally, I want to say like 3 or 5 days around like.
Don't tell me he's dead.
No, he did not die. No.
Okay.
Like 5 days later, they ended up trading like a couple prospects for a bona fide ace from Milwaukee, Corbin Burns,
Okay.
who's won the Cy Young Award before. He's led the league in strikeouts before, and he's like for the last, I don't know, 5 years has been
So
one
they're
of the best
cooking.
pitchers.
They're like, we had a good season, and now we're gonna make this last. Is
This-
what they're trying to say.
They said we came out with a documentary. There's no way we can
We can't go
go
back
down.
now.
Yeah,
we
there's
have to
no
make
way we
another
can
one.
go down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Congratulations, Birdland fans, whatever. Orioles fans.
Orioles fans.
Congratulations, because as a Ray fan, I am in the same division as you guys, and I am petrified. You guys are scary because they have a young core of dogs who won 101 games last year, and they needed starting pitching. What? Like, ooh, that's pretty good.
I know.
That's really good. How many did the Yankees win?
How many of the Rays won?
Like 81, 99.
Oh, 2 off.
That's pretty good. But no, congratulations to them. They got a young core and they have new ownership because the old owner, he said we have this young core. If you want to see us like keep them together and spend money on them in order to keep them, we're gonna have to substantially raise prices in the stadium. And like the entire fan base was like, hell no, you're
Yeah.
rich and have money, you can do it.
Yeah.
So where do you
That's what I'm
stand
saying.
on that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, owning a baseball team is not a safe bet because
Oh
that
my
money's got to. Well, I'm
gosh.
just saying that money's got to come from somewhere. I agree with the fans. Like, and this is something that we're seeing happening everywhere, right? It's like they're saying prices have to go up on stuff, and then you find out that like the CEO makes like $100 million.
Yeah.
Like,
These owners make
really?
a lot of
You
money.
know, like, come on.
These owners make a lot of money. They were
No, and I'm not the type of person to say like an owner or a CEO, someone who like has a big stake, is doing a lot of the work, is taking a lot of the risk themselves, that they shouldn't be compensated for that. They should, but like at what scale? You know what I mean?
I don't know. All I'm saying is if an owner wanted to spend money, they all have money to spend. It's just if they want to do it. Because a lot of these guys,
Right,
they buy
yeah.
a team as an investment, and they're business people. So, you know, if it doesn't make sense, like if they're a fan, like the Mets owner, I think it's Steve Cohen. I don't know if I think Steve's his first name, but the owner, Cohen, for the Mets, he's a fan as well as a mega rich person, and he spent a lot of money on the Mets. Like a lot of money. So owners can spend money if they want. Obviously, he's one of the richest ones, but he also owns the Mets, which is like...
Well, and he's a fan. I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
And you see that in like an owner like Stu here with the Rays, where like the guy's very clearly doing everything he can to make this a business, like
I don't know. I
just
think
a business decision. I don't think he really cares so much about the fan experience, and I don't know that he's really a fan of the Rays themselves.
we'll see. But I think that's the problem with fans too, is that the fans are fans. Sometimes the owners aren't necessarily fans.
I would say this.
So they butt heads.
I'll reserve judgment until we see the prices, because if you're going from like $10 to $15, then okay.
Well, now they have a new owner, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay.
So, and the cool thing is, apparently in that owner group, you have former Orioles players.
Yeah.
Like one of the Ripkins that we don't know which one it is. If it's,
Right,
if
the
it's Billy
mystery
or,
Ripken.
If it's Billy or Cal. I think it's Cal. But, yeah, I don't know. I know that the Orioles were a team to beat because they won 101 games last year. And they won the division. Like, they're the team to beat in the AL East. Even with the Yankees getting
Which
Soto.
is so wild.
Right? Not really.
I mean,
Not really. The
just,
Orioles
it's a
used to be
stacked division. You just don't expect them.
That is true.
That's the
a
only
fair
reason
point.
I'm saying,
Fair point.
yeah.
But the Orioles used to be good, like, in the 70s.
Well, they're about to be really good now.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they are.
And honestly, I'm not mad for them. Good for them.
Where does this put them now that they actually have an ace? That's probably the biggest reason they lost against Texas. Now they have John Means coming back, who's another starter for them, and they have this guy who's a bona fide ace, Cy Young pitcher too, on their roster. So watch out, AL East.
Yeah, no, and like you said, happy for Birdland fans. Let's see if we can make another documentary next year.
Oh, I heard they have one coming out just on this trade alone. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm all for documentaries though. Keep it going. Speaking of the AL East, we're gonna stay in the same division.
Okay, our favorite division as a household.
The best one, to be honest, the beast of the East, baby. Juan Soto, the guy that the Yankees traded for.
Right.
You know what he looks like?
Vaguely.
Okay, well, he came out with a kind of a hype up video.
Okay.
With the Yankees, right? So new team, new Soto. He's out there grinding in the gym. He's letting the Yankee fans know. Like,
I'm getting really nervous.
What? He's letting the Yankee fans.
I'm so nervy. The more you hype this up, the more I'm like, oh, this is about to be some shit.
He's just letting the fans know, like, hey,
okay,
I'm coming.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to New York. I'm Dominican. There's a lot of Dominicans in New York. I'm going to put on.
Okay.
For the DR North.
Okay, babe. I mean,
Nueva York.
Love that. Let's. I'm so scared.
Okay, so this is a video he put out. I want you to tell me if there's anything that you see that is weird about this, right?
Okay.
New year, new Soto. He's working out, grinding med ball, TRX row.
Is there supposed to be music to this?
Did you
Did
catch
that person change? Is that not him? Yeah. Wait, go back.
That's what I'm talking about.
What happened?
Let me see.
Who was that man?
That's what I'm saying. Let's see.
Okay, this is starting over. Yeah, hold on.
No, it's right here. Check this out. Who is that?
Who is that?
Who is that?
That almost looks like a lady.
That is not Juan Soto. Is Juan Soto now an AI generated monster?
I was just gonna say, did they use AI to edit this or something? Like, what? Oh my god!
I was so confused when I first saw this video. Everyone on Twitter started freaking out. Like, this is not like what? Not freaking out, but
did they edit it using AI?
I guess they enhanced it with AI.
Right, and then his face. Yeah, because that looks like a filter almost.
How do you not look at? Like,
is this paused?
I paused.
Can you like rewind the tape and then play it again? This moment.
Yeah.
His body looks different. No,
his
go
body,
back. His whole body's different. Who is this? They're scaring me, man.
Like, I don't know. I was like, dude, this is insane. Like, who
is?
They messed up. I don't know who did this.
But like, even the skin tone change, like everything. One more time for me, please. Can I just get the full
thing?
Yeah, give me the full thing.
All right, hold on.
Because like I need to look at this guy's hair and everything. Like that, you see it morphs.
I know. I've seen it.
Yeah. What? That's what it is. Is they used AI to edit.
Yeah.
And it just completely messed everything up.
But I'm just looking at it like, damn.
As he's no, he looks like a girl, right? No, doesn't it look like it's wearing makeup? Face.
Look, he could be a girl or he could just be Dominican. You know,
I'm not gonna go that far, but I'm gonna say it does look.
He definitely looks a little luscious.
If it's face, I was gonna say if it's face enhanced, it almost looks like it has makeup on. Like, the AI put makeup on its face.
But that's Juan Soto on the left there, and then you see
not Juan Soto.
You see the new Juan Soto, baby.
Ay.
The new Juan Soto is coming
out.
So
cringe. So this is everywhere then. So everybody saw this.
Yeah, it's out, and I don't think it's gone away either.
Well, has he said anything?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's not like you need a press release on this, to be honest.
No, but I would probably say something.
Yeah, be like, I don't know how this happened.
No, I mean, it's as simple as saying like, we tried AI to edit the video and this came out. If you don't say anything, now we're just stuck with this mystery of who is this person, and can the Yankees sign them too?
Well, maybe this guy's a better hitter than
Juan
Soto.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe we can get them on board.
Yeah.
Is it a 2-for-1 package deal? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. New team, new Soto, Yankees.
Oh my god.
Look out for who you're. I don't know. This could be like.
This is why the Yankees have a problem. This is why the Yankees have a problem because
they sign a guy and then they change.
And then they sign a guy and the next thing you know, it's a completely different person.
Different ball player.
No, what I was gonna say. No, this is so cringe. Like, it's like when I'm wearing my Florida State sweatshirt today. It's like when we got clowned for that one kid who made that TikTok video.
I guess.
And we should have gotten clowned for that. And like then UF made videos and like they got clowned for that. And like when you make cringe videos online, like you should kind of get clowned.
It's not cringy. I just think it's funny.
This is
it's a little wild. That's like It just caught everyone off guard because they're enjoying the.
I like how you were like, wait for it, and I immediately saw it.
I thought you missed it at first, but like, yeah, it's like what? And then it made you double take. I think they might have done this on purpose because like you watch it and you're like, right here, and then you're like, did I just see that?
That's
and then
the
they
thing.
show it to you again.
Yeah. Because like the first time I was like, huh, and then the second time I was like, no, that's a completely different person.
That's insane.
Wow.
So, new team, new Soto. Let's go, Yankee fans. Are we hyped up for that guy?
That's why I'm glad I'm wearing my black cap today.
So,
if you have votes on who I should be form an allegiance to, please let me know, and I might have to just keep it black until I find a new team.
You know my friend Nate?
Yeah.
He says I'm a closeted Yankees fan, and I'm not. I like Derek Jeter. I'm not.
Everybody likes Derek
I hate
Jeter.
the Yankees. They're bum bags.
Okay.
And I like baseball.
You can't. I don't think you can like baseball without liking the Yankees somewhat.
Yeah, but I like the
because
old
of
Yankees.
who they are.
I like the DiMaggio Yankees. I like the Babe Ruth Yankees. I like the Yogi Berra Yankees.
That's part of the Yankees.
No,
it's
it ain't. If you ask a Yankee fan, the Yankees that they have right now are not.
But that's what I'm saying. The Yankees now. I mean,
That's not what you're saying.
There's not even a Yankee in that video for part of it.
There is.
Part of that video is someone who's not even on the Yankees.
These are both Yankees. And they're both the same guy. That's crazy. Wow.
Talk about a 5-tool This is like player. A meme, like what you thought you brought home, what you wake up with. Like.
Okay. Well, you mentioned that you've been working really hard on a project for 3 years.
Yes.
And made fun of me because I didn't know which Ripken owns the team. I just second guessed myself. I think it's Cal Ripken.
I think it is Cal Ripken. I think I read that, but I enjoy.
I just don't want to say anything 100%.
And not be. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
But go ahead and take the wheel on this one, because I know that this is what you've been working on.
Yeah, so
probably know more than me on this.
Yeah, and so if you're at all interested in this, please let us know, because I personally am very interested in this. So I'm trying to do research and bring a whole kind of deep dive into what is happening in broadcasting, kind of in sports, but particularly in baseball.
She showed me a picture of her house, and she has a cork board with yarn drawn up.
I'm not going to say there's not red string attaching certain things. It is getting a little crazy. But when you really get into this stuff, it's kind of crazy. So basically, I mean, how to give the quick synopsis of this, right? As you guys know, MLB sells the rights to broadcasters for national, which we saw like
TBS, Fox, ESPN,
NBC,
Apple TV on Friday.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so they sell that nationally, but then they also sell to regionals. So outside a few like the Yankees, Boston,
Yes Network, Orioles also own MSN,
and I think
whatever,
the Red Sox have theirs.
Yep.
So outside of a few teams that have their own broadcasting stations, like those teams that we just mentioned, yes, I think it's probably the most famous.
Yeah.
Everyone else obviously has, they go through their regional broadcasting partners, one of which is Bally. So Bally actually controls most of these. I think it's like 12 teams. It might be more than that. Actually, it's quite a few teams. Now, the Diamondbacks already are out of this. Because
and the
Padres. So the Padres, let me back up. So what ended up happening was that Bally Sports, who is owned by, I think it's Diamond Sports.
Diamond.
Who's owned by Sinclair Broadcasting. Guys, everybody's owned by.
Who owns them? The private
Nobody.
Equity group that bought the Orioles.
Actually, BlackRock, but we don't need to get into it. Look for the video on this, guys. It's going to get wild.
George Soros. What? Elon Musk.
He owns everything.
If you want to watch baseball, buy a Tesla. It'll be on the display.
So the company that owns Bally are they fully filing for bankruptcy at this point, or are they waiting to see if they're going to file Chapter 11?
From my understanding,
I think we're still waiting.
I don't know Chapter 11. I don't read books, but
I'm here like looking at their financial things.
From my understanding,
he's like, which Ripken is it?
They were bankrupt, and then Amazon Prime is helping them like buy a portion of their stuff.
Yeah.
And then as a result, like some teams, not all teams on Bally, but some teams are going to be able to have their games be watched on Amazon Prime. So basically what happened was that Bally, like this Diamond Group and Bally, as part of that, they weren't making payments. So the rights, MLB sells the rights to these broadcasters to show you the games, and then they make money on the advertisers.
well, they weren't paying, so they lost the rights to the Padres. They didn't actually pay the Padres.
Yeah.
I think they missed a few payments. And then with the
TV ended up carrying their games. Same with the
yes,
Diamondbacks.
and with the Diamondbacks, they were trying to get an amendment to how much they had to pay, and that didn't go through in time, so then MLB had to pick them up too.
You'd be surprised on how much the regional networks pay these teams to cover their games.
I believe it.
And the teams use, like, the Rays got paid a bunch they used a lot of that money that they got paid initially from Fox Sports at the time that got bought out by Bally to, like, pay for players' contracts and stuff.
Well,
like,
we're talking about, like, sports as an investment. I would say, broadcasting, people are going to want to watch these games. And so that kind of gets into what's going on now. So with Bally basically waiting, I think they're trying to see, like you said, they're selling some parts to, like, Amazon Prime. They're trying to see what they can continue to pay for. I don't think they filed for bankruptcy just yet. But either way, some of the rights are going to have to be sold because they can't afford to keep them. So if you're talking about an investment in sports, definitely broadcasting might be... Or actually, yeah, that might be not the worst investment, actually, because you have to pay so much. But now, so what's going to happen is certain teams, and the Rays will be one of them, are going to switch from being on a regional broadcasting channel to Amazon Prime. So from the actual end user, I would say probably not much changes because before, you probably could have watched your team on a local channel, right? And then it got bought by Bally. And then you couldn't watch on a local channel because even if you had MLB Network, even if you had cable, you still had to pay for Bally Sports in order to see your regional.
It's dumb. Depends. Like, I think if you have Spectrum, you can watch Bally, like the local Tampa Bay one.
You have to pay for cable.
Yeah, but right. They used to have games on, like, YouTube TV or, like, Hulu TV. Like that kind of stuff. And then Bally ended up taking it off that.
Okay, so they just took more and more.
Which I thought was dumb.
Yeah.
Because if you're, like, you want people to watch your stuff, but they ended up taking that off all their stuff. And if I'm a baseball team, I'd want my team to be out there for fans to consume.
I think Bally started
charging people to go directly to their streaming service.
Right. So the only way you could see your team in your local region, it was blacked out for you, except if you had access to Bally Sports Network. Which I think was probably a miscalculation on their end.
100%, yeah.
Because in their minds, I would imagine their thoughts were, well, we know people are going to want to watch, so we'll just instead of allowing them to watch on these other places and getting advertisement money from that, we'll just force them to buy.
Didn't work on me. I didn't buy it.
Didn't work, right? And I think the only thing that's, going to change here is that probably I would wager a lot of people have access to Amazon Prime. So if your team is one of the many teams that are now going to be taken under the Amazon Prime umbrella as Bally starts to...
Which is only like 5 teams, by the way.
Well, who is it? It's the Rays?
I don't know. I know the Rays are one, but I don't know the other.
I don't know the other one. Obviously, I care because the Lightning and the Rays are going over there.
Who doesn't do the research now? I had 3 hours, 3 million years to do research.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. But, So now it probably is going to open the window to more people being able to see their teams for the 5 teams that are being brought over to Amazon Prime. MLB's already said that if Diamonds, Bally go bankrupt, they're not gonna let you not watch. They're gonna figure out a way to do it, whether it's through
like you need people to watch your
obviously
sport.
Whether it's through MLB Network or like kind of patching together other things as they can.
MLB itself pisses me off though too, because if you got YouTube TV or Hulu TV, you can watch NFL Network because they have a deal with Hulu and YouTube. MLB, you can't get MLB Network on those things. It's like, why is someone's being stubborn?
Well, and that's what I was going to kind of lead this into, which is, it's kind of like, yeah, okay, a lot of people probably have Amazon Prime. More people are going to be already having Amazon Prime versus like you adding on Bally Sports, right? Because now, like you have Amazon Prime. I have Amazon Prime. So if we want to watch sport, like our teams here locally, we can do that now. Great, right? But it kind of still doesn't solve for the fact that like you're having to continue to buy more shit in order to watch what you want to watch.
I'm pretty sure, because obviously it's not going to happen yet. Like they have to.
Yeah, they're still figuring all this stuff out.
Exactly, but if you have Amazon Prime, you don't get it for free. You still have to pay some kind of.
Oh Jesus!
You have to pay some kind of like additional.
See, and that's what I didn't realize that. I'm still at kind of like the beginning bankruptcy portion
of
this research.
I'm more inclined to do that though, but yeah, I think you would still have to pay some kind of additional.
Well, and to your point, like, so I've seen a lot of people talking about this, and I think that's what's kind of spurred me to like be more interested in like what's going on here? Like, who owns what, and why is it like this?
Why is this so botched? Where's the
But-
money going?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because, like you said, with like MLB Network and stuff, it just feels like everyone's being so stingy.
There's like stubborn
Is this
butting heads.
actually? I've heard people make the argument that it's good and they like this because businesses should do whatever they can to make money. But personally, I just don't see.
Yeah, but if you're bankrupt, you're not making money, baby.
Right, I was gonna say I just don't see how any of this is helpful to the sport or to the fans, which pay to watch the sport. Like.
Which, if you're MLB, that's your main priority.
That's what you really need. And this even happened recently with football because we're talking about how like football you can have more access, but NFL just sold the right to a game for Peacock only. Mm-hmm. I think it was.
They also have Amazon Thursday nights on Amazon.
Yeah,
and
so they're kind of doing the same thing, but I think the difference is that like with baseball being so local, not having access, being blacked out, or having to specifically buy access to watch your team always, like if they're playing at home, is what makes it wild. Because if you think about it, if your team plays on like in football on like Fox or ABC or like on any of the main channels, you get that. That's part of either.
Yeah.
You can even get that on an antenna most times, right? So you can still watch your team. Maybe not all the games. If it's on Peacock or Amazon, you don't have access. But for the most part, you're going to be able to watch some of your games, right? In this case, for baseball, for the baseball fans, half your teams are taking place at home. Or half your games are taking place at home. You can't watch that. That's like.
Can't watch the away games either.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if they're away on another network?
Yeah, if you're a Mets fan, or that's not to say Mets, but if you're like
If you're
a
a Rays
Rangers
fan, yeah.
fan and the Rangers are playing in Philadelphia, you can't watch that game anyway. Even if it's because that's your local team. So if you got MLB TV and you want to watch the Rangers play in Philadelphia, you can't do it unless you have Bally because it's your local team.
That's
like
even
you're
so.
locally blacked out to that team. And that's why people say, but like it's probably contractual because
It
MLB
is.
TV can't show that game because the regional network has bought the rights to the game. So MLB TV in that area can't show that game.
That's
So
exactly what it
They
is.
get mad at MLB, but it's like, dude, that's in the contract. Part of the reason why the teams get paid a lot of money is because they give a lot of power to the regional to be able to black out those games.
Yeah.
So you just gotta.
But
It's like money, fans. Is what it is.
yeah,
But-
it is tough though. It is tough because that's a lot. You're missing. Okay, it's NFL. You miss one game. Yeah, I'm sure that matters. That's a big deal. There's less games, but you could miss the entire season because you can't afford something else. Like I don't know. It just seems the whole system's really broken and messed up.
One thing to add too, the teams that are going on Amazon Prime, certain teams that partnered with Regional Bally, also included streaming rights and gave Bally streaming rights to their team.
Yes.
So
yes.
those are the teams that are going to Amazon Prime. Some teams did not give streaming rights, only like the broadcasting rights or whatever. I don't know what the other one is. But those teams are the ones that aren't going on Amazon Prime because the teams still own the streaming rights.
Okay, so you would what, pay for like, I don't know if Rangers are one of them, but like Rangers, their network in order to watch on streaming?
I don't even think they stream. I just don't think they let Bally stream it.
Oh,
I
wow.
I don't know. Look, I don't know the rules. I really don't know. And that's what I was going to say. I'm excited to see what your 10-year research has done because everyone says
It's just
blackouts suck, but I don't think anyone really understands deeply.
That's what I was gonna say. It's a
So-
lot to understand because I personally do think the blackouts suck. I think it is
From like
hard.
a fan perspective, it stinks.
Okay, but clearly they didn't make any money
Yeah.
because they're going bankrupt. So that's what I'm saying. Anyone making
the blackouts existed even before they cut deals with Hulu and that stuff still existed.
I'm just saying, clearly the way that they are doing it now, I mean, and it could just be that like maybe Diamond Sports is under bad management or Bally is, or who knows, right? But like, this wouldn't be happening if this was like such a fruitful endeavor that they were making money hand over fist.
Yeah.
Like clearly something's going on.
I'm telling you, they went. I think, and this is a hunch. I don't really know their financials, but I think they went bankrupt because they stopped. They tried to monopolize themselves and force people to go directly to their streaming app, and no one went to their streaming app, and they lost money.
Well, I think what we're gonna see, and this is not part of like a baseball show, but I do think it matters to something like baseball. Like as like I said, a lot of people were kind of praising these kinds of deals, saying like, oh, digital streaming, like all of this stuff is really important, and it's important for these businesses to be making money in these areas and all that stuff. And I do think that's true. But the more money that you make your fans pay for stuff, I just feel like it gets to a point where they just stop doing it.
I don't even
just stop buying it.
I don't think it's about the fans either. I think it's about getting people who aren't fans to watch.
They won't.
If you're not a fan, you're not gonna watch. I'm a fan. I didn't even buy Bally.
If you're not a fan, why would you?
I illegally streamed.
Don't do that.
Off streamies.
Beep that out.
Sports Surge. I'm not beeping it out. I go to Sports Surge. So
I wouldn't say that.
Too bad.
Okay.
Moving on though. Gabe Kapler. You know who that guy is?
No.
Gabe Kapler.
I do not. You want to say it again in case?
Gabe Kapler. Did that ring any bells the third time? I had a water break.
Actually,
Excuse me for having a water break.
Actually, no. It still didn't ring a bell.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he is a former baseball player, former manager. We talked about him briefly. Former manager of the San Francisco Giants. Absolutely chiseled fellow.
Okay.
Built like a Greek god.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a stud.
Okay.
And
good for him.
Some people don't like him for that.
Former manager. He must be a little bit older then. Good for him.
No, he's a young guy, young manager.
What's young?
Like in his 40s, I think.
Okay, daddy. Sure.
Stop. Show's immediately canceled. He gave us some. That's what he looks like.
That's him.
Yeah. What do you think?
Not what I was expecting.
What'd you expect? Like Channing
Not
Tatum?
that.
Dude, he's a hey, you know.
No, yeah, he's
a
cute.
good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Look at that. That's a pro beard right there.
I think it's a picture. It's saying I was not expecting that
Giving
face.
the blue steel.
Yeah.
But he has some wise words for us. And I wanted to just get your take on this.
Oh man.
I think you might heard. I slipped up.
After the last video, I'm like concerned.
Here we go. Wise words from Gabe Kapler.
If you're trying to decide whether you're going to walk somewhere or Uber or drive, and Google Maps says it's going to take you 10 minutes via car, it's probably about right. But if it tells you it's going to take 15 or 17 minutes to walk that same distance, it could be wrong. All you have to do is walk fast, and maybe you're cutting that down by 3-4 minutes. So don't let that make you get in the car. Just walk faster. If you're trying to decide whether you're going to walk somewhere.
So what's your take on it? I think that was inspirational as hell. Don't let that hold you back.
All right, I'll say this. He's correct.
He is correct.
They are not accurate. However, I would say it goes both ways. Sometimes it's faster if you walk. Sometimes it'll say 10 minutes and then it takes me 15 and I'm like, I am hustling.
Can't be. You take a bad route.
I guess I'm not hustling enough for Gabe Kapler.
It's a bad route.
It might be.
But I thought that was inspirational. I've always thought that.
Bro, the off season needs to end, clearly.
I've always thought,
we need to get this man back to work.
Oh, no. He doesn't have a team, I don't think. But no, I've always thought that in my head, what he said. But I've never had the ability to articulate it in the manner that he did. Also, can we let's pull that video up again? Like,
if you're trying to decide whether you're going to walk somewhere or Uber or drive, and Google Maps says it's going to take you 10 minutes
walking down the street
via car, it's probably about right. But if it tells you it's going to take 15 or 17 minutes to walk that same distance,
I don't know.
It could be wrong. All you have to do is walk fast,
great,
and maybe you're cutting that down by 3-4 minutes. So don't let that make you get in the car. Just walk faster.
Just walk faster.
He definitely.
This is so.
Wait, time out. Trying to decide whether you're going to walk somewhere or Uber or drive.
Actually,
and Google Maps says.
I don't know if I can do this with him just walking. It's very distracting.
You see him. He definitely. What just happened was he was at his house, went to pulled up a pizza spot down the road, said 5-minute by car, and it said 8-minute walk, and he was like, nah. He's he took that as a challenge.
Said, okay.
He's like,
what I can't not hear is even as I'm just watching it on mute is the every day I'm hustling. In the background as he's just fully peacocking down the street.
He saw Apple Maps tell him 8-minute walk, and he took that as an insult. He said,
you think it'll
dare
take me? You? I rode a 5-minute mile. Do you know
Kapler?
Who I am?
It'll take me 8 minutes to walk 3 blocks to the pizza place.
I hustle.
I'm not gonna let you hold me back.
Don't hold yourself back.
I'm not getting in my car.
Walk faster. That's what I'm gonna do.
You think I'm gonna walk at an 8-minute pace?
This is fantastic.
Also, he looks great, by the way. Come on.
Okay.
Let's not,
2 things. One, One, this is giving like, oh, you need to sleep, you need to eat. No, you don't. You need to hustle. You know what I'm like? This is like we hustle all the time.
it's
Every
not that
minute of
deep.
every day
It is
we're
not that
hustling.
deep.
The song is literally every day we're hustling.
Okay, good point.
Okay, one, two.
Good
Like
point.
he's gonna come out with like a motivational thing and tell me like, oh, you know, you having trouble in life. Just walk faster.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think
It
this
could
was-
work. It could work.
could
Two,
one-
he does look fantastic. I will give him that. Clearly, the fast walking is working for him, and for that very chiseled jawline, I could only dream to be as this man is. Good for you guys.
This could 100%.
Doing great.
Honestly, I think I was just looking at it too surface level. I really think he's speaking to like the intricacies of life.
That's
right
what
here.
I'm saying. This is hustle culture. Like, oh, you
No,
don't
no,
let
no,
that
no.
hold you
It goes
back.
deeper than that, right? Like
Walk
this is a metaphor for
faster.
life. This is a metaphor for life, for real. So thank you.
Now, imagine that it was that, like, imagine we got a transcript of that video, and then it was like poetry style. Like,
I just can't get over
it
it.
might say 8 minutes.
Look,
Don't let that hold you back.
whatever you're saying is going right over my
Right, I know,
head.
because you're just watching
'Cause
him.
I just
I mean,
can't get over
he's
him
how could you
strutting-
not? How could
strutting
you?
through the
No,
street.
okay. One more thing. All these cars passing by. Do you think anyone looked over and was like,
Is that Gabe?
Oh my
How was I supposed
God.
to say that?
and he is walking the speed of lightning. That man is so fast.
He's not even walking that fast. He
we
is
don't
not
know.
walking
We
that
can't-
fast.
we can't know.
I can tell. Look at the
We can't
background.
know.
He's not. Like
look-
when you're walking fast, you are moving.
No,
You don't
because
have
look at
enough
how
time.
slow those cars look. That's
you're
how fast he's
right.
walking.
Yo,
This
you're
man is what it is he looks so cool that it looks like that's what happened when you see someone who's really good at something.
He's so cool. It looks like he's walking slow.
It's slow mo.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like that's not. I mean,
Those cars
I
are
can
moving
tell.
30 miles an
Look,
hour.
I know he beat the GPS. That's what I know.
Oh, he definitely
I don't
beat
know
that
anything in this life, but I know that this man made it where he was going before Siri told him he would get there.
He definitely
And
beat-
is there like a jump in here? Like it? Oh no,
Yeah,
that's when the video's jumping. Okay,
Okay,
because
yeah.
I was like, did I miss that? Yeah. See how slow those cars are?
Yeah, they're
They're
actually.
like going like 10 miles an hour.
That's actually the interstate.
It is actually he's standing at a stop sign, so they're slowing
All
down.
right. Thanks, Gabe Kapler, for your wise words.
A good time.
This
a
has
good
been
time.
out for a while. I just forgot to bring it up.
I hope
I'm
he
happy I
gets
showed it
signed
to
and
you.
starts working soon. But it would suck because we would also miss out on these gold
Wow.
nuggets from Gabe Kapler.
That's great. The guy is walking so fast, but he's
Oh
so
my
cool. It looks like he's
God.
walking in slow mo.
This runway, he's on a runway,
Yeah.
and we could only just wish that we could do that.
One of the most handsomest managers of all time.
He is-
Shout out to Gabe Kapler.
He's
a lot of people don't
quite
like him, though.
chiseled.
A lot of people don't like him.
He's like handsome Squidward.
Yeah, that's all, I wanted to say that, but handsome Squidward's almost too handsome, you know. But sure, he's got. The
Yeah,
features,
he's
for
still
sure.
because Gabe looks like he's a person, you know. Well, I mean,
not a squid.
yeah, exactly. Not a squid or a Squidward. But those guys, they do look like unnatural. Like you can tell they've had work done. I don't think he's just very clearly naturally
He just
taking
walks.
very good care of himself.
He just
It's they do say that walking's very good for you.
Well, moving on. Moving on. It is
wow.
February 4th.
And this is the news we have because baseball. We
No,
need baseball back.
Look, even if there was shit going on, excuse my language, even if there was shit going on, said it twice.
We would still talk about that video. The world needs to see it.
I was gonna say, I'm
Yeah.
still bringing that up. Anyway, so it is February 4th, like I said earlier at the start of the show, and pitchers and catchers report I want to say within 13 days
Okay.
to spring training. Pitchers and catchers go earlier because they start tossing,
Sure.
whatever.
Yeah.
And we still have some free agents that where they don't know where they're walking to.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they don't know where they're going.
Who
So
we
I
got?
figured let's just take a look at them and talk about it, huh? Let's have a chat. Let's have a wee bit of a chat, eh?
Blake Snell, huh?
Yeah.
Really? And
Cy
Montgomery. Interesting.
So let's start at the top.
And Anderson.
You got-
I'm just picking out the ones I know.
Yeah, Cody Bellinger. You know that guy? He's like the most stoned player in baseball. Maybe I'll bring up like a few clips of him later. But dude, just like awesome dude, former MVP player. He's like always like all his interviews, Like eyes are like.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I've probably seen them then.
Yeah, he's cool as hell.
He walks a lot with Gabe Kapler.
Nah, he was on the Dodgers.
No, you can't walk that fast. I
Rival.
take it back.
He can't walk that fast. Yeah, but Bally was with the Cubs. Everyone's thinking he's gonna re-sign with the Cubs, but just like get it done, dude. Go somewhere, man. Find your home. But you got time. Matt Chapman, and this is not their age, by the way. That's next to their name. I took this off like an MLB.com. No, CBS article.
And what are those numbers?
It's just they ranked the free agents.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is crazy. You put Blake Snell under Belly and
yeah.
the reigning Cy Young Award winner.
That's
but Matt
confusing.
Chapman, third baseman, really good defense, pretty good hitter, but I think he had a down year last year. Doesn't know where he's going. Blake Snell, starting pitcher.
Surprising, huh?
Cy Young Award winner. I mean, the Orioles just got Corbin Burns. The Yankees...
I don't think he's going to the Yankees.
Yeah, they got Garrett Cole anyway. I don't know. I don't know where he'd go.
Well, and they got that second guy that Soto brings. Who knows? He could be a pitcher. So
they got Soto and AI
and that
Soto.
other person. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Jordan Montgomery was with the Rangers. I think it'd be cool to see him
That was a surprise.
go back to the Rangers, man. You just
Go back to the Yankees, bud.
Well, you know that they like
Yes.
disrespected him
I am aware. Yes.
because they said he wasn't like a playoff pitcher.
Yes, and then he played very well in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which is,
Me personally,
typical Yankees.
obviously money talks, and the Yankees have money.
Yeah.
Allegedly, they have money.
They have money.
I wouldn't go unless they pay me a bag because they pissed me off because they said I wasn't playoff. Like,
Okay, fair enough.
I'd be tight. But also, like I said, money talks. I'll put my pride aside to make a bag. Jorge Soler Power, baby. He's still a free agent. JD Martinez, he's still a good big league hitter. Tim Anderson had an off year last year. He also got knocked out in the middle of a fight, which I don't know if you've seen. On the baseball field. It was a baseball fight. by
I
the way.
assumed, yeah.
Jose Ramirez from the Cleveland Guardians caught him with like a no look wild right on the button, and he stumbled him and got him on knocked him down on the ground. He wasn't like out, but he was out and like got back up and fell back down again.
Poor guy.
And I love Tim Anderson's one of my favorite players because I wouldn't stop talking about him on our Chicago trip when we went to go see him play.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him on any team, please. Please, a good team. Don't put him on the Angels. I think the Angels might get him. We'll put him on the Angels. Kershaw, Hall of Fame pitcher. Old man, back always hurt, but I mean, he's still a good pitcher. He pitched good last year, I think, for the Dodgers.
I mean, I think a lot of these guys will find a home.
Who's your favorite out of all these? I'll say a name. Tell me if you know them.
Okay.
Rate their baseball name.
Okay.
And then after, tell me who's your favorite. So Cody Bellinger.
No.
Don't know
and baseball name 3 out of 10.
Okay. Matt Chapman.
No, and 4 out of 10.
Okay. Blake Snell.
Yes, and 7 out of 10.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
He has a good name. Jordan Montgomery.
Yes, and 8 out of 10.
Could be a baseball player or a 1880s Wild West sheriff.
Oh, yeah. Or like a folk
Lawman.
singer from like Alabama. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's like moonshiner.
Yeah.
All right. Jorge Soler.
No. 4 out of 10.
Really? That's a
It's-
good ball name
it's-
right there.
It's a very
JD
typical ball.
Martinez.
Also 4 out of 10, no.
Okay. Tim Anderson.
Yes.
TA7.
Yes, 6 out of 10.
Clayton Kershaw. Talk about a lawman in the
Heard
West.
of him. 8 out of 10.
Okay, Clayton Kershaw. Now, who would you be more scared if you're an outlaw on the run, Jordan Montgomery or Clayton Kershaw? Those names.
If I hear that the Montgomery Kershaw brothers are coming after me,
Montgomery
I got
Kershaw, bro.
I got some fear.
the Montgomery gang,
Like Montgomery game, you got that brother Kershaw out there.
Kershaw Bandits.
One-eyed Kershaw. Yeah, no, I'm running
Those
for
are
the
some
hills.
Wild West names.
Best, I mean,
or your most favorite? I guess you only knew a few of them, but who?
yeah, I mean, obviously, like Blake Snell is really, really good, but just based off of like most recent performance I've seen, I'll go with Jordan Montgomery. He's also like, pretty young and has some time ahead of him. So I think if this is where he's at right now, it'll be better. And I'm excited to see what goes on with him and where he ends up.
Cool. My favorite's Tim Anderson. Give me Tim. I know he got knocked out, but hey, everyone has a bad year. He just had one. His bad year
Hey,
also
man.
hit 270. Like he's
Look.
an easy 300 hitter when he's healthy. So
Unless you're a boxer, you don't expect to show up at work and get knocked out.
bro,
So,
and people say
I'll
not
give
gonna
him
get
that.
into it.
No, what?
People say Tim Anderson started that fight, but if you look back, Jose Ramirez, like, he tagged normal. Jose Ramirez slid into his glove real hard, and he took exception to that. And Ramirez like stood up, and then Tim Anderson was like, "Well, I'm not gonna push and shove," and then he like threw his glove and like actually put the dukes up. And then,
So he did start it.
no, it was Jose Ramirez. Don't put hands on man. You started it. You put your hands on me.
Okay, but
I'm
you
just gonna
put your
let you do
fists
that.
up.
Doesn't matter. TA didn't start it, but Jose started it and he ended it because he.
Gosh.
I love you, Tim. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, that's all we got for the show. Anything you want to conclude with?
No, a more coherent and detailed synopsis of what is happening with baseball rights, what's happened in the past and how we got here, what that means for the future, coming up soon, hopefully.
Probably not. That's a joke.
Soon
I have all the
soon
faith
is
in you.
relative.
I have all the faith in you that you're gonna get it
yeah,
done.
if you're interested in any of that or you have any questions, let us know. If you have any ideas on what logo should go on my hat, please let me know.
Tell her why it should be a Rays logo. Actually, I don't
And-
even want you on my side.
I don't want to be on that. I
Ungrateful.
refuse.
Ungrateful.
But yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it. Make sure you like, review, subscribe, smash the comment box, or all the things.
Give us a comment on how stupid one of our takes are, because I know there's a bunch of them.
No,
or a good one. We might have a good take. somewhere
Give
mixed
me
in
a
there.
comment on one of those two videos we watched because I'm
Kapler or the
I'm
Soto
still
AI?
I'm still processing everything I've seen this afternoon.
Those are great vids.
And I would love some thoughts on that. And if you're listening to this somehow on like Spotify or Apple or something, like please go find those videos and watch them.
Spotify actually does have the video.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so if you're Apple, then go
Joe
switch
Rogan
to
effect,
Spotify.
baby.
But yeah, because that shit was wild.
Lastly, shout out Fly Frame. If you guys want a floating picture cube, link to their Etsy shop is down in the description below. It is awesome. There's nothing underneath this cube. I swear to God, it is magnetic, floating with the magic of magnetism. So go ahead and check them out. You can put any photos you want in there, and they're sweet. Shout out to Fly Frame. All right, y'all. Appreciate it. See ya.
Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling different. Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling differently.